Hello, I'm Balraj, and today we will discuss Europe. And while discussing Europe, we will go through some of the old questions that were asked by UPSC in the preliminary examination. And I think anyone who's a serious candidate must look at the old questions that were asked by UPSC in the previous years. And by looking at the old questions, you will get a fair idea of what you can expect in future also. And if you will go through the old questions, you will realize that in a very large number of questions, they just want you to have an image of the map in the mind. And by just having an image of the map in the mind, you will be able to solve a variety of questions. And you will notice that in most of the questions pertaining to map work, they have a certain trend. And the trend is that you just have to know which geographical features lie in which country or in which location, or which rivers flow through which country, or you have to either arrange certain geographical features from left to right or east to west or north to south. So by just having an image of the map, you will be able to handle a very large variety of questions. And since human beings think in terms of pictures, I believe it is very easy to remember these locations if you just look at the map again and again. So I think you should make it an indispensable habit to look at the atlas while studying geography. So in this video, what I've done is I have not just put questions from general studies, I have also put a few questions that were asked by UPSC in the geography optional. See, prior to 2011, there used to be an optional paper instead of the CSAT paper. So 2010 was the last year when they had an optional paper. So I have picked up some questions from geography optional also, and who knows, these questions might get repeated in one way or the other. So let us start the video. So we can divide Europe into the following regions. So this part is called the Nordic Europe. It includes 5 countries, and these are Iceland, Norway, Sweden, Finland and Denmark. And there is a subset of the Nordic countries which are called the Scandinavian countries, and these are 3. These include Denmark, Norway and Sweden. So a formula to remember these Scandinavian countries can be DNS, or the techies would love it, the domain name systems. And now another division of Europe can be the British Isles. So this region includes the United Kingdom and the Republic of Ireland. One more division of Europe can be the Southern Europe. So in Southern Europe, we can include the Mediterranean Europe as well as the Balkan countries. Now another important division of Europe is the Eastern Europe, and one very important division of Europe is the Western Europe. This includes 9 countries. So let us look at these regions in detail. So this is the map of United Kingdom and the Republic of Ireland. So when we talk about United Kingdom, it includes the following 4 regions. So this is Scotland, this is England, and this is Wales, and this is Northern Ireland. So when we talk about just Britain, then we include England and Wales. But when we talk about Great Britain, we include Scotland, Wales and England. But when we talk about United Kingdom, we include all these 4 regions. And therefore the full name of United Kingdom is the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Whereas this part is a separate country. It is called the Republic of Ireland. Now there was a question also in UPSC in 2005. The first part of the question was Great Britain comprises of England, Wales, Scotland and Northern Ireland. Now we know that Northern Ireland is not included in Great Britain, so this part is not correct. The second part is England covers less than 60% of the total area of United Kingdom. This is correct because England covers about 53% of the total area. So therefore the answer to it would be only 2. So now let us also look at this question from 2005, which says which of the following is the correct sequence of the given continents in decreasing order of the percentage of Earth's land. So we know that Europe is the second smallest continent. So here we can arrange it. So answer would be Africa, North America, South America and Europe. So if you remember, I said sometimes they just want you to arrange from west to east or east to west. So look at this interesting question from the year 2000. I am saying it is interesting because they have used the term Yugoslavia in the options. Because we know that in 1992, Yugoslavia witnessed a breakup. So I'll tell you the story behind all this. So see, it was in the year 1918 that Yugoslavia came into existence, but the name that it had then was the Kingdom of Serbs, Croats and Slovenes. And this name was changed to the Kingdom of Yugoslavia in the year 1929. And this name was again changed in the year 1946 to the Federal Republic of Yugoslavia. And even after its breakup in 1992, the name Yugoslavia lingered till the year 2003. And this is because the republics of Serbia and Montenegro continued to use the term Yugoslavia, and it was only in the year 2003 that the name was finally discontinued. So now let us look at this question. So this was the former Yugoslavia, and the province that they are asking in the question, in the options also they have given Yugoslavia as a province. So this is the province, because even till the year 2003, Serbia and Montenegro continued to use the term Yugoslavia. So now we can arrange it from east to west. So this would be the easternmost, then we would have Bosnia, then we would have Croatia, and then we would have Slovenia. So this would be our answer. Now there was another question. So in the year 2002, there was a question which was about the countries that border the Adriatic Sea. So let me first show you the Adriatic Sea. So this is the Adriatic Sea. So now let us look at the question again. So in this question, Albania borders the Adriatic Sea, Croatia borders the Adriatic Sea, Bosnia also borders. It is only Macedonia that does not border the Adriatic Sea. So let us look at it here. So see, this is Macedonia. Only Macedonia does not border the Adriatic Sea, whereas all of them border the Adriatic Sea. So before looking at other parts of Europe, let us look at the water bodies that surround Europe. So let us start from the Black Sea. So there can be a possible question that while traveling from Black Sea to the Aegean Sea, which all water bodies would you come across? So you would come across the Bosporus Strait, the Sea of Marmara and the Dardanelles Strait. And let us also look at the European countries that touch Black Sea. So Russia touches Black Sea, Ukraine touches Black Sea, Romania touches Black Sea, Bulgaria touches Black Sea, and very important, the European part of Turkey also touches Black Sea. So Turkey lies both in Europe as well as Asia. So now let us look at the Adriatic Sea. So there have been in the past questions about the countries that touch the Adriatic Sea. So the Adriatic Sea touches Italy, Slovenia, Bosnia, Croatia, Montenegro, Albania. And can you look at this strait? So there is a Strait of Otranto between the Adriatic Sea and the Ionian Sea. So this can also be a possible question. Now let us also look at this island. So this island, Sicily, is a part of Italy, and between the mainland Italy and Sicily lies the Strait of Messina. And alternatively, there can also be a question that the Strait of Messina lies between the Tyrrhenian Sea and the Ionian Sea. And there can be a question that Greece touches which seas? So Greece touches the Aegean Sea as well as the Ionian Sea. And this entire part is a part of the Mediterranean Sea. So now let us look at this island of Sardinia. So Sardinia is a part of Italy and Corsica is a part of France. So between these two lies the Strait of Bonifacio. And now let us look at these islands. So these are the islands of Spain. So these are called Balearic Islands. And if you remember, there was a song, "We Are Going to Ibiza." So this is that island Ibiza. And this is the Strait of Gibraltar. So there can be a question about this. So it lies between the Atlantic Ocean and the Mediterranean Sea. Alternatively, we can also say that it lies between Spain and Morocco. And below France lies the Gulf of Lions, and below Italy's mainland also lies the Ligurian Sea. So I am telling you about these small seas also because there can be a question about matching these seas. And now this is the Bay of Biscay. It lies between France and Spain. Now let us look at the English Channel. So English Channel lies between the United Kingdom and France. And can you look at this small strait? This is the Strait of Dover. So the Strait of Dover is actually the smallest distance between United Kingdom and France. And here is the North Sea. And so don't confuse Dover Strait with Dogger Bank. So Dogger Bank lies here in the North Sea. And this is the Irish Sea. It lies between United Kingdom and Ireland. Now look at Denmark. So Denmark touches both North Sea as well as the Baltic Sea. So there can be a question about this also. And this is the Gulf of Bothnia. So it is between Finland and Sweden. And this is the Gulf of Finland, which lies between Finland and Estonia. So Estonia, Latvia and Lithuania are called the Baltic states. Once they were a part of the USSR. So between these Estonia and Latvia lies the Gulf of Riga. And there can be a question about the Baltic Sea, that which countries touch the Baltic Sea. So Denmark, Germany, Poland, Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia, Finland, Sweden, and this part, this small part here is actually a part of Russia. So remember this. So Russia also touches the Baltic Sea. This part of Russia, not the mainland, but this part of Russia also touches the Baltic Sea. So this is the zoomed in view of the Gulf of Bothnia, Baltic Sea, Gulf of Finland, Gulf of Riga, North Sea. And this was the first part of the video. And to watch the remaining part, where I will also discuss previous year's questions and other physical features of Europe, please watch the second part.